Hey, what's up, Rockstars? This is Cory. Hey, guess what? You've been lied to by your fellow agents, office manager, and even your broker. And today I'm going to start to expose the truth about the top 6 reasons agents fail to make $1 million a year. Let me tell you, the number one reason that I see that agents don't make $1 million in their real estate business is quite simply their belief system. It's like right here. They don't actually believe that they have the capacity to make $1 million. I mean, a lot of people dream it and they want it to happen, but they don't actually believe that they can go out and do it. And that's a really massive difference between the people who do it at a high level and the people who don't. Is their belief that they can. I mean, I think about when I got into the business. I always knew that I was destined for great things. And I said, I'm going to do great things. And I'm going to make $1 million. And don't get me wrong, there was a lot of time during the pathway that I would start to get hard on myself and start to get down on myself. But I always had great people around me that would remind me, hey man, just keep walking this path, keep doing it, keep getting better each and every day. It's all about just getting 1% better every day and you're going to get there. And that would snap me right back into it and make myself realize, hey man, like you got this. You got this. You're going to do great things. You're going to build a great company. You're going to help a lot of people and you're going to make a lot of money along the way. But people forget that. Human beings forget that. And one of the biggest reasons that people don't achieve $1 million in their real estate business, and what I consider my number one reason, is their belief system. Let me ask you guys this. What do you guys consider your ultimate potential to be? What do you think that you can do in life? I mean, if you go like, hey, I can accomplish $10 million, is that what it is? Or better question, let me ask you, what about if your child came up? What if your child came up to you? Like, what if my daughter came up to me and said, hey, I want to get a scholarship, Dad, to play sports at USC, because that's the school that we love in our household, USC. Go Trojans. But what if she came up to me and said, hey, this is where I want to go to school. I want to get a scholarship there. Would I tell her that's foolish? Would I tell her, hey, that's a really big long shot. You want to kind of keep your expectations low on that one. I mean, hopefully it happens, but I doubt it. Or am I going to fully support her and go, absolutely, honey. You can do anything that you aspire to do in this life. You got to work hard. You got to get good grades. And I'm going to support you myself to give you every opportunity that you can to get there. Well, as a good father, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to support her because I believe that my children have the ability to do anything that they choose to do. And I'm sure you guys are exactly the same, or your parents were the same with you. But when it comes to yourself, what's happening right up here? Are you supporting yourself on your pathway to $1 million in real estate? Or are you just saying, you know what, I hope I get there, but if I only make $300,000 a year, I'm okay with that too? Or are you going to let it be a burning desire inside to go out and change your life and say, listen, I can do this. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make $1 million in real estate. Let's go. And remind yourself of that each and every day. The reason you got to remind yourself of that all the time is because we will get into funks. I mean, listen, I hear people come to me all the time and say, I can't make $1 million a year. I probably can make $200,000 to $300,000, but I can't make $1 million. I mean, I can't hire good people around me. I can't do this kind of marketing. I can't. I mean, and primarily I'm dealing with people who are, for the most part, good agents selling 24 to 36 homes a year and now want to go and start a team, or they've started a small team and they're wanting to take it bigger. They're wanting to find out that secret sauce to millions in real estate. But I tell them, number one, if you can't get out of your own way, you'll never get there. This is the biggest thing that holds people back, is their mind, their belief system. Guys, you can make $1 million in real estate. You can hire good people around you. You can run marketing. You can. But you got to remember that. Remember, building a multi-million-dollar real estate business is a process. It's not an event. I've had tons of lessons along the way, and I don't consider them failures because I learned from every experience. I can think back to 2018 when I had a business partner. At that time, I was getting more into real estate coaching, and I had a small real estate team at the time. We were doing about 80 sales a year, and I got an opportunity to partner with someone who's around my age and had same aspirations, but it didn't work out. And after a year, the whole thing collapsed. I ended up leaving that partnership with less agents than I went into it with only the same amount of sales, but twice the amount of expenses, which left our company insolvent. That's right. In 2018, I had a real estate team that was insolvent. It had more debt than income and assets, meaning I had more money going out than I had coming in. And my credit card bills from a company perspective were so high, there was no other option than just to fold and try to start over. Now, I could have gotten down on myself. I could have said, listen, I told, you shouldn't have done that. You've now set yourself, you're never going to make $1 million. Or I don't want to go through that experience again. I don't want to go through the failure on the way to making $1 million. Well, guess what? It wasn't a failure. I learned from that experience, guys. Every time we run a marketing campaign that doesn't work, we've learned what not to do. You have to believe that every time a challenge comes up, every time a situation comes up, it's just part of the process. And you're getting one step closer to your ultimate goal. Okay, I've told you a little bit about my situation, but that's just one of the many lessons that I've learned along the way. But let's just look at history for an example, okay? Let's talk about Roger Bannister and the 4-minute mile. No one thought it was possible for a human being to actually run a 4-minute mile. There were plenty of people throughout the world who had tried and failed. And here comes Roger Bannister. Now, there was a way he did this, especially training on how to beat this 4-minute mile, but he visualized it. They've done plenty of interviews with him and others that talk about achieving great goals that people thought were impossible until it was done. And the one thing they said is they always visualized exactly that they were what it felt like to break the 4-minute mile. So guys, for you, what does it feel like to make $1 million? Can you feel that in your body? Can you visually see what your business looks like to break $1 million in real estate? That's something that you guys all need to do. And you should start right now. Start to feel it. I mean, even close your eyes for a moment. Take a big breath in and exhale and start to feel, start to go through the emotions. What does that feel like? What does that feel like when you've now closed that deal that has taken you over the 7-figure mark? What is that feeling like inside? What does your business actually look like? How many sales agents do you have? How many staff members around you do you have? What does the money in the bank look like? What does the time that you have now available to spend with your family and friends look like? And how does that make you feel? Now as you've gone through that, I want you to think about the why behind this. Why do you want that feeling? Why is making $1 million so important to you? And start to go down. Because remember, people do things for one of two reasons: to avoid pain or to seek pleasure. What is it for you? Is there a pain that you want to move away from and you're moving towards $1 million? Or are you at a good space right now and you just want to go over that edge and become great? Go from good to great. You got to find that why. I knew for me it was my kids. At that time, when I started this journey, it was one child, and it was my daughter, and I wanted to show her that her dad, a high school dropout, been in real estate since I was 19, and here I am now in my late 20s. At that time when I started this journey of building a team, I'm at my late 20s, and I'm like, I want to prove to my daughter that I can do something great, that, despite all the odds, you can be whatever you want to be in this world, that my ultimate potential is what I say it is. And if it's high, then it's high. And if it's low, and then it's low. But we can do whatever it is that we want to do. So find your why. Remember this famous Jim Rohn quote. And I love Jim Rohn. Huge Tony Robbins guy, huge Jim Rohn guy. They've been great mentors to me. They don't know me, obviously, with Jim being passed away from some time. Tony doesn't know me, but I sure know them and their life's work. And I love this quote. Success is not something that you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person that you become. So it's changing you that will lead you to success. It's not just about going and saying, I'm going after $1 million and boom, hitting it. It's not something you're pursuing. That $1 million is something you're going to attract by the person you become. And it starts right here in your mind. So no matter where you're at in your real estate journey, you've got to believe. You got to believe in this. And you got to believe that you're going to achieve it. You're going to achieve $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million in real estate. You've got to believe that, and you just got to start working on yourself and keeping yourself in the right mental state every day as you go to battle. All right? Get a clear vision. Believe it. Say it. Proclaim it. Guys, this is what I consider to be one of the pillars of success in real estate. And it's the number one reason that people don't make $1 million in real estate is they don't believe in themselves. They don't have the right mindset. They have not gotten that strong why behind them. So if you want to make it $1 million in real estate, you start here. You start with getting in the right mindset, putting yourself in the right mindset every day, getting the right belief system, getting the right why to go out and take action. And remember that there are going to be lessons along the way. That's going to happen. It's not failures. Failures only happen when you don't learn from an experience. These are lessons. These are lessons, and they're going to happen. But remember, continue to plug in here all the time to put yourself in the right state as you walk down the path to making $1 million in real estate. All right, so that's it for reason number one. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you never miss an episode. And don't forget, go watch the next video.